There's the next driver of my tr3 someday. Say hi.
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 Opal's race car?
Well, here's a little repair I'm starting on. My first welding. I got to get this top beefed up a little. Okay, here we go. Little spot welding. Well, apparently the metal's too thin, blew right through. Gonna have to make a backer. Be right back. Okay, made myself a little copper backer. Try to get the rest of this closed up. Hope we give this top enough reinforcement so I can move it without it falling apart. It's such bad shape. First time I used a copper backer. It'll be interesting to see how it works. Get it a little better. Okay, all I gotta say is, why did I take so long to use a copper backer? Oh, my camera's a little askew. I'm probably cockeyed. Well, here's some of my work. And man, is this metal thin. Every time I'm buffing it down, I have holes. It's gonna be a patchwork. I don't know quite how to attack it yet, but I wanted to weld these two cracks up on either side to make the top a little firmer. Picking it up is like a wet noodle, and a lot of rust. Somebody fiberglassed a back window into it, and water got into under the fiberglass and really damaged it. And that one came out a little nicer, actually. Got backers on both sides. I'll weld around the backers, and that should give this top a little bit more rigidity. But right now, just trying to shore it up so I can take it off the car and put it away for now. But this is my first practices in a very long time of welding on very thin sheet metal. So it's actually coming out a little bit better than I expected at the moment. But boy, that copper backer is a big help. As you saw a little bit earlier, it was my grandson Dorian. Who knows, he may end up with the car someday, or my granddaughter, whichever one really takes an interest in it. I think I worked out a bridge system for the body too, an adjustable bridge system, because this poor body is just virtually in two pieces. I'm going to hook up a plate at the front hinge mounting point, the rear hinge mounting point, both sides. I got some old roll bar tubing I had back when I used to build roll cages for race cars. Bridge it on both sides, make an adjuster on the end so I can tune it. And the bottom one, I'm trying to figure out how to put a bottom one in it, because I mean the body's got to be supported to be able to tune the bottom of the body. And I think I'm going to bolt to, well, the gas tank strap, or back, well, I think it's probably the gas tank strap, I forget now, the back seat. And then somebody had a seat belt in it down here, hole. Put a piece of angle iron on both sides, run the tube forward, make an angle iron bracket the bolt to where the pedals do. Since this car was rigged to go either way, left or right hand drive, I'll use that one over there to make a mounting plate, an adjustable mounting plate, and that way I can tweak the bottom. When I start to fit the doors And I want to make sure the top fits right again, because right now it's not fitting right at all. And I think it's just because the body's collapsed. So, by far, this is the furthest I've ever ventured into a reconditioning or rebuilding of a car. This is major. Most other cases, like a Volkswagen, I would have scrapped it. But can't scrap the old girl. We have too much history in the past. Well, not much history, but it goes back a long ways. So I'm bound and determined to drive it. I don't know. I'll have to give it some thought whether I'm gonna cut it right there and there. I gotta shape all this back into shape. Yeah, at least this is all tack welded together good. That's not going anywhere. Yeah, got it all tacked up, pretty much ground down. This piece now fits in there right, more or less. Still figuring out what I'm gonna do here. Probably gonna be best to cut it back here and here and make the new piece. Pretty screwed, pretty solid metal, but kind of screwed up. But then getting all the little screws out that help trim. They were rusted completely off in the back. Well, this car may also have another interesting thing about it. I did some reading on Wikipedia. Of course, it's hard to believe what you believe in Wikipedia, but it's probably right. It talked about the Triumph tr3 racing program in 1955, which there was only the 3 months of 55s, and apparently in France the Rally Commission said that these cars are roadsters and can't race with the coupes. So the director of the racing division of Triumph had hardtops put on 100 cars in 55 for homologation to turn that car into a coupe to race. And I'm now kind of curious if, since this car never came with a rag top with a frame or anything, I'm kind of wondering if it's one of the 100 that were part of the homologation. So I'm hoping I can get some answers from the Heritage Trust when I order the paperwork for this car. And maybe they can tell me what the commission numbers were for those 100. That would just be even cooler yet on this car with everything else about it that would just be another piece of neat history. But we'll find out. Thanks.